Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here with me. I'm going to chat with you today about riding the roller coaster of emotions, which is something that I personally am very familiar with. Do you ever feel like you're just on a roller coaster throughout your day? Up and down, maybe down in a corkscrew and down in a loop and down and then maybe a little up. I know that I feel that way, and it's really easy to become overwhelmed and feel like giving up. But we don't have to do that. We don't have to get to that point. And there are certain essential oils that we can use to support us. But I also want to first talk about identifying our emotions. And you don't always have to put words to them. You don't have to over intellectualize them. But if you start to feel a visceral reaction, then I really recommend looking at why. What's going on and what triggered that? Because I feel like once we identify it, it is a sigh of relief just in giving it some sort of acknowledgement. Our body wants to heal, right? And our emotions are our teachers. So whenever we pay attention to how we feel and we give them some credit, right? And give them honor the way that we feel and acknowledge it and really respect and value ourselves, that can make a huge difference. And we can use essential oils and their vibrational frequencies to help support us through the roller coaster as well. So I'm going to talk today about the emotional aromatherapy oils. This is a line that doTERRA specifically formulated for emotions, which is really awesome. It makes it super duper easy to know which oil to use with how you're feeling. There's this cool wheel that I'll show here. I'm going to post a link in the comments, so don't feel like you have to really try to see this right now, but I just want to give you some little tip. Oh, you can see me too. I didn't know that at first. So there's words in the center, so I can say, okay, I'm feeling grieving. So I can see here that I would use console or peace. And I want to tell you a story about me using console. I am currently 29 years old, and I had a dog since I was 12 years old, and he passed a couple years ago. His name was Taz, and since then I've also had another dog pass, and these two grew up together. Her name was Lily, and anybody who knows me here knows how much I love those dogs. And when Taz passed away, it was really hard for me. It was in the morning, and I had to still go to work that day. And it was a challenge to get through that day without crying constantly. But what I did was I put console on my scarf, and I would bring it up to my nose and breathe it in, and it felt so comforting. Of course, it didn't take away the pain and the loss and the grief that I had just experienced a couple hours earlier, but I can feel that oil go straight to my heart, and it just feels like, all right, it's okay. So Console is my personal favorite out of these oils, but they're all really awesome, and I've had impactful experiences with each of them. We will go into them more in detail later in this group, but I want to show you a little more about how to use the emotional aromatherapy wheel. And like I said, I will put it in the comments, but you'll see when you look at the center of the wheel, there's the different emotions, okay? So maybe you want to pull that up right now and pause me. Open up that emotional aromatherapy wheel. What you can do is whenever you're feeling a certain way, maybe you don't even know how to put a word to it, well, you can sit down with the oils that you have, and you can look at this emotional aromatherapy wheel, and you can say, okay, I'm feeling a little bitter right now. Then we can say that bitter, you ought to use forgive. Forgive is a really great one as well. That's awesome. And then you could see, okay, I'm feeling somber. Okay, somber, it points to cheer, But cheer, as you can see, is a mix of spices and citrus. So you can use that oil for any of the emotions that are in either the citrus or the spices category. So that would be discouraged, gloomy, distressed. Citruses are really good for those kind of low emotions. And think about citruses, they grow up high in the trees, so they're really helpful for us in that way also. And then spices, that helps when you're feeling somber, disinterested, or bored. So you can see the ones that go with the spices and with those emotions are cheer and passion. And I love passion. I keep my little keychain with my emotional aromatherapy oils in it. And these little bottles are so cute and really awesome and nice and portable. So I like to take a couple taps of that and just breathe it in, right? Oh my gosh, passion is really, really amazing. I like to rub the rest on my neck. It has the spices in it, which actually help a little bit with muscle tension as well. So that one is awesome all around too. Okay, and then let me see here. Let's talk about a little bit of a routine. So if you came to me and you said, Leah, I'm really having a hard time just getting going. I'm lacking motivation in the morning. It's hard to pull myself up, get myself to work, and when I get home from work, all I feel like doing is just vegging out, scrolling through Facebook or watching TV. And it's really easy to get stuck in that routine. But we can do things and we can create habits to create a new routine that honors ourselves and our priorities and what we want to create in this life, right? So if you came to me with that, I would say morning, afternoon, and evening, at least, you want to be using your motivational oils. Not too close to bed, right? Because you want to be able to calm down for bed also. But if you have Motivate or Elevation, there's so many other ones too, or even just to mix wild orange and peppermint together, that's super invigorating. I recommend keeping those oils at your bedstand or in your bathroom so that when you wake up, you can use those oils right away. Just take some in your hands, breathe it in like I just did with the passion. And that helped to kind of light me up a little bit. I could feel it inside. And breathe it in for a good deep 3 breaths. What I mean by that is filling up your belly with the air, not breathing into your chest, but breathing actually into your stomach. Filling it up completely with air while you're breathing in that essential oil and letting it all out. Sometimes it's hard for me to let all the air out. It's like I want to hold on to it. And that's definitely symbolizing something for me. So if you experience that as well, just kind of sit with yourself and slowly let it all out. And then do it again. And take those really deep breaths. And you'll feel it. You'll feel it working. You'll feel it invigorating your brain, your body. And again, you can take the excess and rub it on your clothes or wherever. In the summertime with citrus essential oils, I definitely rub it on my clothes instead of on my skin, because citrus oils are photosensitive. So keep that in mind with the topical use as well. And then another routine, let's talk about if you were feeling these feelings of gloominess, okay? Let's say that. Then I would say start every morning with that oil on the bottom of your feet, because that way it gets into your bloodstream, and mix it with the fractionated coconut oil so that you actually absorb more of the essential oil, and it absorbs a little slower into your system. And that's really great, but you can apply it on your heart as well. You can apply it on your stomach if you want to. Sometimes I like to do that. I don't know if you believe in chakras or not, but we have our root chakra, solar plexus, and on, but I won't go into that. So you can put the oils on different chakras as well if you would like to do that. And for that one, I think especially in the evening, I love to diffuse Console and those kinds of really comforting, relaxing essential oil blends. Also, peace. That's one of my absolute favorites also. I feel like I say that about all of them. Sorry. So anyway, just to wrap it up here, check out the resources in the comments, and I will be giving away a mini roller bottle of an essential oil blend for you guys. So comment on anything that you learned in this video, and we will pick a winner and we will announce them tomorrow, okay? So I hope you all have a great day. Bye.